Thank you so much for watching Landumc Goes There. Please subscribe and hit the like button and the bell notification button. Parenthood is a 1989 American family comedy drama film that has an ensemble cast. That cast includes Steve Martin, Tom Hulce, Rick Moranis, Martha Plimpton, Keanu Reeves, Jason Robards, Mary Steenburgen, and Diane Weist. The project was directed by Ron Howard, who assisted in developing the story with screenwriters Lowell Gantz and Babaloo Mandel. Principal filming for the movie was done in and around Orlando, Florida, with some scenes being filmed at the University of Florida. The storyline follows perfectionist Gil Buckman and his struggles with the deficiencies of his children, thinking they reflect poorly on his parenting, and Gil's siblings only add to the stress of his life. One of his sisters faces difficulty when her teenage daughter becomes pregnant. Another clashes with her husband when she asks for more children. Gil's immature brother turns up as well, with a young son he can barely handle. All in all, the film covers every aspect that you could probably bump into while parenting. The project received critical acclaim. Bolstered by its delightful cast, it's known as a funny, thoughtfully crafted look at the best and the worst moments of family life, which resonates with almost everyone. Martha Plimpton plays the older sister of Joaquin Phoenix. In real life, she dated his older brother, River Phoenix, for nearly 5 years, until she finally broke up with him over his constant substance abuse. Steve Martin plays the father of several children. In reality, he didn't become a parent until he was 67 years old, that happening in 2012. Almost everything you see in this production were experiences that really happened to the producers, directors, and writers in real life, and sheds light on their experiences as parents. As a look at how well this film touched audiences and other actors and actresses, Helen Mirren said of her personal life that she had never regretted not having children, except briefly when she watched this film, because it gave her insight into the whole story of being a parent, how it never stops, even when you're a grandparent. She stated that she realized at that point that she would never experience that. But for a short period of time, watching this film, she sobbed for the loss of that and the fact that she would never gain that experience. Martha Plimpton was bald at the beginning of filming because she had just finished Silence Like Glass, in which she played a cancer patient. She wore a wig throughout filming and a hairpiece when Julie has a mohawk. This is probably why halfway through the movie, Julie and boyfriend Todd shaved their heads. Ron Howard got completely sick of this wig and wanted Plimpton to show off her hair finally. Joaquin Phoenix, who at this time was still credited as Leaf Phoenix, was basically homeless just a short time before he appeared in this film. His family also belonged to a cult called the Children of God during the 1970s. It was somewhere during this time that they all changed their surname from Bottom to Phoenix. As the script was originally written, Karen would smoke a joint every night. Mary Steenburgen ordered that this was out of character for a woman strong enough to confront her family's problems head on. The filmmakers agreed with this assessment and changed the script accordingly. Although Gil outs her as a former marijuana addict in a parent-teacher meeting that they're having about Kevin, in a scene that didn't appear in the final film. He said she was just like a chimney in college. So there are traces of Karen's pothead past that do make it into the final script, but just didn't make it into the film. In the scene where Gil and Karen are going to Kevin's school to speak to the principal. That school is Gerald Paris Elementary School, named as an homage to Jerry Paris, who directed 42 episodes of Happy Days. Of course, Ron Howard knew this since he had worked with him during the run of Happy Days. The adult film tape that Helen discovers in Gary's closet is a 1982 film called Blonde Goddess. The clip shown is from the first scene, a parody of Indiana Jones, where adventurer Louisiana Smith is attempting to rescue Jungle Jane from a tribe in the Yucatan. In the opening scene at the ballpark, the base runner has a decided limp because he pulled his hamstring on one of the first dozen takes of this shot. The shot that they decided on in the film was about the 20th take, due to the fact that the hitter was unable to hit the ball into center field. That hitter was a college player, not a professional, as they had originally dictated by the casting department. In that same scene, you see Steve Martin's character reminiscing as his younger self at the ballpark. In the background, a peanut seller can be heard yelling out, "Hot peanuts." Steve Martin's voice was the one that was used for this line. There were 2 attempts to adapt this film into a TV series. The first ran for 12 episodes from 1990 to 1991. The second TV series was a looser adaptation, and it was much more successful than the first attempt. It started in 2010 and ran for 6 seasons. Rick Moranis is outstanding in this film. He's outstanding in everything he's ever been in. It's a shame that he's taken such a long hiatus from filmmaking, because he is truly a pleasure to watch. But he ran into some trouble in 2020 in New York City, and none of it was on his own accord. He was assaulted on the Upper West Side while he was taking a stroll. He was attacked by a man in a black I Heart New York sweatshirt in an unprovoked attack, blindsiding the actor and then fleeing on foot. Moranis suffered from damage to his head, back, and right hip and was treated at a nearby hospital. The assaulter was finally apprehended and given a 2-year prison sentence. Go back and watch this fabulous movie from 1989. It's a really good one. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll continue to chase the classics.